This is a world's first. I could confidently say this is the first review you've seen of the brand new LAB putter. This is the OZ.1. Now there are some features on this putter that I did not expect from LAB Golf. There's also some cool alignment add-ons you can add to this putter, and interestingly, a totally different face. Now, if you think of LAB Golf, over the last 18 months, they have made a real statement in the putter market. I would say being disruptive with how they've gone about their marketing, how they've gone about the brand. You have big players starting to use this. I actually watched a video the other day. It was Grant versus Phil Mickelson. You'd probably watch the video yourself. And he was gaming, I think it was a Mez 1 on Mez Max. Again, a LAB Golf putter. Now last year I got fitted for my DF3. We will be doing a video against this, but let's dive into this putter right here. Now the first thing you're going to see is this shape. Now I'll be honest, I actually think this is such a more sleek design. Now it probably says a lot, the fact that Adam Scott has helped design this putter, and hence why it is called the OZ.1. That's the first thing you're going to notice. Now this has got no alignment on here. I do have some other versions to show you in this with some alignment aids on. But the first thing is the shape. I think we can all agree, right? Having a LAB Golf putter was a bit of a statement piece. You could see it from a mile off. You go, oh, it's a LAB putter because of the shape. Whereas this now looks a little more sleek. And I personally think that is a very, very good thing. I didn't expect it from LAB Golf, but I think it's a very, very good thing. Now, face-wise, you can see we now have an insert. Now I'm interested in this. The idea behind this insert, you can see it's here and along the bottom, is to make the face feel a little firmer. LAB got some feedback from some of the tour players, and I'm not saying the faces were soft, but definitely felt a little softer than what this is supposedly going to feel like. Now I've been absolutely looked after here. I have been given Toms, and this has got a TPT shaft in this. Also, this version right here, which I will show you, I can't even tell you the name of the persons this putter actually is, but this is heading out on tour in the next 2 weeks. I've been given this one to put in this video. I will show you that one too. But let's dive into the tech. Now, I originally put a video out for my DF3, and everyone in the comments said you put it up against a blade putter. So that's why the face moved all over the place. That's why, essentially, this is a load of rubbish. Well, I'm going to show you right now exactly what the idea of a LAB Golf putter is. Now, the idea of LAB Golf, it stands for lie angle balance. And essentially, the face stays square to your arc. So if I place this in here, right, this being the revealer helps me explain exactly what LAB stands for, lie angle balance. So I've just hooked it in the top there, and I'm going to hook it in at the bottom. Now if I just show you this, right, this is all in. This can move around freely. Look at that, move around freely. I'm not going to touch it, but now if I put it square and I rock it, where does it stay? Exactly in the same place. Now if I turn down the line now, where does it stay? Absolutely perfectly square. Now even if I hit a putt with this in the revealer, look at this, back, through. Perfectly on line. If I did it, I probably would have held it. But my point being, lie angle balance stands for that. And this is the easiest way for me to explain it. There we go. Oh, it just moves a little bit left at the end. I didn't read the putt. Okay, so that's the LAB putter. Let me just do a quick change on this, just to show you, because I bought another putter with me here to prove this point. So I'm not saying I'm bothered about the criticism, but you all said to me that wouldn't work like that. It's all a gimmick. Well, all I'd say to you is, and I feel like this is like me selling the putter to you. I'm not selling the putter to you. What I'm trying to say to you here is, all the top manufacturers now are moving towards this technology. Odyssey have brought out their square to square, and that is in response to LAB Golf. They shook up the market with this putter. Right, so again, we're going to pop this in the revealer, pop it down here. Now look, if I put this square, watch. There's no way on earth I can actually hit a putt with this. Gone. If I put any putter in here, and this is nothing to do with Wilson, by the way, just one putter that I grabbed out of the garage, it would move. it wouldn't stay where it is. So I can't even hit a putt. So you can really see the differences in this style of putter, the technology, what it does and what it stands for. So I'm glad we settled that. I feel better now I've talked about that. Okay, so let's go through some of these features. So let's hit a few putters actually, to be fair. Now the idea, like I said, this insert is all about it feeling a little more firmer off the face. Actually though, I'm looking at it there thinking, I actually quite like it as like a design feature. I think it gives it a good like sort of break with it being an all black. You can get this in the cappuccino colour that I had last year. But I think it just gives it a nice break in terms of black, insert. Looks really good. Really good. Now, interestingly, I wonder what it feels like. Does it feel any firmer? I have hit a few putts before coming on here, but I'll just hit a few more away. And through. Oh, nearly. I would say it sounds a little different. It does sound a little more high-pitched on that hit, just going off what I have hit mine before. In fact, should we make this putt a little more right to left? Let's do this. So we're down here at Zen Golf and we're on the green stage. Look how cool this is. This is like golf in heaven, right? So I'm going to actually go on to the presets. I much prefer a right to left putt. So I'm going to go on that one and make it a little bit easy for myself. So this right side now has just come up a little bit. So now it's a right to left putt. But we're going back to this point of, does it feel firmer? Being honest, I've taken a few putts, slightly. But for me, that's not really a big thing in a putt. I've used a few different putters over the years, and firm, soft, playing the UK, not playing ridiculously fast greens. It's not high my priority. But I could imagine for a tour player, that could be. So let's hit a few more here. And also, get down in the comments, what do you think of the name? I think it's a brilliant name. The fact that this is a collab with Adam Scott definitely feels a little firmer, and there's slightly different acoustics off the face and off than what I had on my previous model. But let me show you this version right here. So we know one of the big marketing stories of the DF3 was the fact that you could pick your golf ball up. Well, you can still do this on the back of the Oz. Flick it straight up. And that's actually a massive thing on that DF3. So look at this here. You'll have seen this too, press grip. You can really see this has got quite an aggressive amount. This being Tom's, he doesn't like that, so he's not got that. For me, I actually much prefer it with this in here. And, like I said, I wish I could tell you whose this putter was, but I can't, because you can see on the back here, these are tour versions, which makes this video even more special, right? And that being one of the alignment aids. I really like that one, to be fair. This extended line from here to here looks really, really smart. Now, other thing that I'm thinking now when I'm looking down this putter, the shaping, I like the fact that it's quite wide here in this aspect. It narrows in at the back, but then it sort of focuses you in here as a great sort of feature. Like I said, I'm surprised at the size of that. I thought it would be much bigger. I didn't think it would be as sleek. And I think they've done a brilliant job. Now, they are bringing out a slightly different version of this because there will be some people that want to change, want to go to this shape, but still want the feel of what we had in the DF3 and the DF1 in the sense of not having an insert, okay? But these two have that insert, that slightly firmer feel. Let's hit a few away with this one. We'll try on this right to left here, but can you see the difference there of that? I really like the look of this putter. I think it's a good step for LAB. Not as out there, a little more, I guess, user-friendly, because I think a lot of people have looked at the first putter and gone, you know what, this is a bit too out there for me. I don't want people looking at me in terms of what I've got. Be good if I could make a putt here, Alex. Right, let's hit a couple more right here. Let's make it a little more so you can really see this green stage in action, right? Let's go on these presets. Let's go really, that's 1%. Let's go, make it 3. Make it really quite aggressive. So now that end there is really getting high. Now, looking at this face closely, you can sort of see like the grooves within this. And if I run my finger along it, you can sort of hear it. Now, just show you a contrast between this model and this model here. Can you see how this is all milled into the same piece? And different grooves entirely compared to this. These almost look like more circular here, like this on this one. Now we're talking about shape and style, and look at this putter. This is essentially based on, I'll let you make this is what it says on the website. In fact, let's read this, right? This is what it says of the story of this putter. It says here, on the front side of the putter, Adam asked us to reimagine one of the most famous mallet putters of all time. We'll leave it to the internet to make that guess here. So have a look. I'll hold this up, get down below in the comments from here and here. Come on, this shaping that you've seen, reimagine one of the most famous putters of all time. We'll put it down below in the comments to see who anybody can get this. Now, this is a bit of a twisty putt, so my feet are higher. That's then higher up that end. I guess like what you'd sort of experience on the green. Coming at the end. Oh, a little firm. Just dies in. Oh. I'm giving myself some really hard putts here, but I can confirm it definitely feels firmer. I feel like I had to make one of those. So there we go. A first look, the first video on the OZ.1, built and balanced in the USA. You know what, it's really lucky to bring you this video, and this is what we do here on How Good Golf. We bring you the latest technology before anybody else can, and that is one of the first LAB putters. And I'm going to say, a real step away from what they've done in the past. Think DF1, DF3, more traditional, better looking, and I think it's going to be a real buzz about that this year.